Morning, brothers and sisters. Testifying here from the church in Cameroon, Bamenda. I want to testify to give glory and honor to the Lord. 2 years ago, my husband received prophecy, and the Lord told him that we're going to have another baby. A year later, I equally received prophecy, and the Lord said the enemy was envious of a blessing he was about to give me, and that the enemy was going to wage a fight against me, but I should not worry because he would be with me. I should continue forward, and in the end, he will make me victorious. And I want to testify today because what the Lord promised, he has fulfilled for the glory and the honor of his name. I got pregnant. 3 months later into the pregnancy, I became very sick. I became ill. I was taken to the hospital. And at the moment I was treated from one sickness, another one would surface. It continued like that for some months, and it was so devastating. My family started proposing that I should abort the baby because at that point it seemed my life was on the line. But I held on to the promise of God and I refused that option. I told myself that the baby will survive and I'll be alive to testify of the goodness of God because this baby he made promise of. So it continued. At one point I started bleeding. When I was 5 months old into the pregnancy, I started bleeding. I bled until 6 months. The bleeding continued profusely. It was uncontrollable. All the treatments, the drugs that the doctors gave could not stop anything. At the point I had to be transfused blood. But nothing changed. So the doctor, after examination and a lot of scans, he told me that it was a very critical situation. In his own word, he said I was between a crocodile and a lion. That the baby in my womb was still very young to survive out of the womb. But I needed to undergo an urgent operation so that my life could be saved. And they had to take out the baby for me to be saved. At this point, I didn't know what to do, but I called on the Lord and I went for the operation. It was successful. I came out and the baby came out alive. But he was so tender. He was so small that we were transferred to the neonatal intensive care unit. At that point, the doctors did everything they knew so that he could gain weight. He could not be incubated because he kept having constant high temperature. So we were there. After a month, he dropped from 1.3 kilogram to 1 kilogram. It was a very devastating situation, but I continued to cry unto the Lord. A day came, the doctor walked up to me and told me, "Madam, we have tried and we have exhausted all our means to help your baby grow and gain weight. But it seems the more we try, nothing is happening. So we don't know. You just have to be staying here with us. Let's see if something different will happen." At this point, I knew that only the Lord could do a miracle. So I cried to the Lord for mercy and I asked for a miracle. I reminded the Lord of his promise and I said, "Lord, this is the time for you to arise." And at that point in time, brothers and sisters, my baby automatically changed. He started gaining weight. A week after, he gained 300 grams. 2 weeks later, it was 600 grams. Then the doctors themselves, they were amazed, they were confused, and they were wondering what was happening. But they told me they will not discharge me because they are not sure of this weight. So we stayed there for the third week, making 1 month, 3 weeks, and the baby gained 300 grams again. Brothers and sisters, then I understood that the Lord wanted the devil to extinguish all his means for him to manifest his power because he is the omnipotent God. I glorify the name of the Lord because we were discharged. I am safe. My baby was sound. It's more than 4 months we left the hospital, and now he is weighing 7 kilograms, healthy and bulky. In fact, of all my babies, he is the healthiest I've had so far. This is the marvel of God. I testify to honor the name of the Lord. And I thank our sister Mara Luisa for opening her heart unto the Lord, that the Lord has used her so much to reach mankind and to reach me here in the depth of the world. I glorify the name of the Lord because since I came to the church, my life has never been the same. There has been so much transformation from the life of anguish to joy, peace and happiness. I glorify the name of the Lord. This is wonderful in my heart, and I testify to give the Lord glory and honor.
Hello, brothers and sisters. May the Lord bless you all. I want to testify to give all the glory and honor to the Lord. The Lord told me in prophecy that He will be giving me spiritual experiences, that He will give me dreams, and that I should pay attention to these dreams because through it He will give His commandments. He said that He will be giving me peace and happiness, and He will always give it a triumph and the victory over the enemy. During this pandemic, the Lord has fulfilled because He has given me a lot of spiritual experiences that gave me so much happiness, and I felt so grateful because of His endless mercy and unconditional love. There are also dreams where the Lord would give me warnings and show me things to come. During my praise and worship, the Lord would always give me visions. And I want to share this to you all, my brothers and sisters, because it's a beautiful reminder of how the Lord protects us every day. He showed me in a vision that I am inside a bubble, and it symbolizes His protection for me. This bubble defends me from all the attacks of the enemy. The Lord taught me not to step out of this bubble, because if I step out of it, the enemy will be able to harm me. And I thought that all this time of pandemic, the Lord has let me stay in His bubble and would not allow the enemy to hurt me. I am reminded to stay on His path and abide by His commandments, to do His will, and to never lose hope amidst all of the challenges that the pandemic is giving me. The Lord gave me another vision while I was praising Him. I saw the Lord and I walking on the shore. While walking, the enemy grabbed me away from Him, but the Lord pulled me back to Him and hugged me. He hugged me so tight. After that vision, I felt fire in me and I cried so much out of joy. That was a beautiful manifestation that I received from the Lord, and words can't express how I'm so amazed with His love. These two visions made me realize that the Lord is always beside me and will never leave me abandoned. These spiritual experiences have allowed me to become more motivated to share the links of the church's sermons and reflections to my relatives and friends, and I have been receiving positive feedbacks from them, and they appreciate it so much. It is so beautiful to be able to speak of God, and I felt how the Lord has given me more conviction and confidence. He made me fall more in love with Him and with His things, and He is always making me feel His presence. Through the sermons that our beloved Sister Maria Luisa and the pastors, He has been revealing to me the doctrine, and He has been allowing me to apply it in my everyday life. It's so beautiful how I can now pray to the Lord with arguments, which I find really hard to do before. It is the Lord teaching me every day how I would present myself to Him and how I can improve myself. All of these I testify to give all the glory and honor to the Lord my God.